Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright guys, today we're going to be making Okazi soup, right? Yeah, we're going to be making Okazi soup, and here are my few ingredients. Here I've got Okazi leaf. That Okazi leaf has been cleaned and chopped. And here I've got my smoked dried fish. Here is my salt and 2 seasoning cubes. And here I've got my blended achi. I'm gonna use this achi to thicken the soup. And in here I've got my red palm oil. Next to the red palm oil, I have my washed chopped scotch bonnet pepper. And here I've got my blended crayfish. So all of these ingredients is what I'm going to be using for today's recipe. But before I show you how you're going to put all of these ingredients together, I'm going to quickly take you to a section where I have all the meat I will be using for today's recipe ready. Alright, so in here I've got red beef, cow tripe, stockfish, turkey, and these are the meat I will be using for today's recipe. As you can see, I've just added salt, and here is my chopped onion. This onion and salt is what I'm going to be using to parboil the meat. So the stock that comes out from the meat is what we're going to use to cook the soup. So like I said before, I've just added salt and onion, and here I've added 1 seasoning cube, and I'm going to go ahead and add another one. I've just added another one. So here I'm going to add a little bit water, and after that I'm going to mix all of these things together. I'm going to mix the salt, the onion, the seasoning cube that I just added. I'm going to mix all of them together. As you can see, I just added a little bit water. So what I'm gonna do now is to keep mixing until the salt, the onion, the seasoning cube, everything is well mixed. And if you look in there, I have stockfish. Here is the stockfish. As you can see, the stockfish itself is very dried and strong. So what I'm gonna do is, after mixing, I'm gonna place the stockfish down the pot to enable it to cook very well. And yeah, and by the side I have my washed fish. Here is my washed fish. I'm going to add them on top. I'm going to add them on top of the meat. The reason for this is because I don't want the fish to overcook. You know, when you allow it to get, when the fish cook too much, you won't be able to see it again. It's just gonna scatter in the soup. Alright, so when we finish adding the fish, what I'm gonna do is to set it on the gas and allow it to cook. Like I said before, the stock that comes out from this meat is what we're gonna use to cook our soup. You don't need additional pot or maybe something different. Everything is gonna be cooked here. So when we finish placing our fish on top, what we're gonna do is to set it on the gas. And here is it. What we're gonna do is just to allow it to cook. Everything is well mixed. The ingredients is inside. When you finish cooking, we're gonna transfer the turkey. The turkey and the fish will be baked. I'll put them in the oven. Just like I told you before, I don't eat fried stuff, so I prefer baking them. So let's see how far the fish, the turkey has gone. Let's see how far they have cooked. I think at this stage, everything is cooked. I mean, the fish, the turkey is okay. What I'm gonna do is to remove it. I'm going to place it there on my baking tray, and after that we'll put it in the oven. Then the remaining meat will be in the pot. The cow tripe, the beef and the stockfish We will be cooking until when they are well cooked, then we'll start cooking. So let's quickly remove the fish and the turkey, then we'll put them in the oven. So here are the turkey and the fish. So what we're gonna do now is to put them in the oven and allow it to bake there. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, I beg you, subscribe, share my videos with your friends and family. Okay, like I do say always, if you have a video suggestion, let me know in the comment section. All right, so here is it. We've added it in the oven, so we're gonna allow it to bake there. So let's add a little more water to enable the stockfish and other meat to cook very well. So at this stage, I've added another more water. So what I'm gonna do is to cover the pot and we'll allow it to cook very well. But before we cover the pot, we stir together. You stir your pot together, make sure that the stockfish gets inside because it's something that is very strong. All right, so we'll cover and allow it to cook. So let's see how far it has gone. I think at this stage we're going to start introducing some of our ingredients to our pot. We're going to start cooking, but first of all, let me add that dried fish. Reason why I did not add it before, the dried fish is something that when you add it together with the meat, it's gonna cook and you won't be able to see it again in your pot. So that is the reason why I added it now. So as you can see, I've added the dried smoked fish, then palm red oil. At this stage, when I finish stirring them, I'm going to cover it again and allow it to cook, and after that we'll come back and introduce few ingredients. All right, let's see how far the fish and the other meat has gone. I think at this stage it's best for us to introduce our dried achi. As you can see, the achi has been added to the pot. Reason for that achi, just like I said before, is to thicken the soup. Is to make the soup to be thick. There is still other stuff that they use to thicken soup. In Igbo land, we have Okpotoro, we have achi, and we have ofo. But today I am using achi. Alright guys, so let's cover and allow it to cook, and we'll come back, we'll add other ingredients, and our soup will be ready soon. Alright, so let's see how it's going. As you can see, the color, everything has changed. The fish is almost gone, but I don't want to remove it. Let's just leave it there. As you can see, the soup is getting thick. So what we're gonna do after now is to introduce few other ingredients. Yeah, but I think at this stage we need to cover it again and allow it to cook the more. So at this stage, let's see how the soup is doing. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna introduce one more seasoning cube. Remember when I was parboiling the meat, I added salt and seasoning cubes, so I am kind of trying to be mindful. I did not add all of them, so I just added one seasoning cube and a little bit of salt. And here is my chopped pepper. I just added that as well. So what I'm going to do now is to stir all of them together, and after stirring it together, after mixing it together, we'll cover it and allow it to cook a little bit more. Then when we come back, we'll add few other ingredients and our soup will be ready. All right, so let's see how it's doing. Let's see how it's going. I think at this stage the soup is everything is well mixed together. So I just added my blended crayfish and the Okazi itself. The blended crayfish and Okazi is something that you will add last. Okay, I've just added that and I'm gonna stir all of them together and our soup will be ready in a short while. It's gonna be ready soon. Remember, we still have the fish, the turkey in the oven. That one is something that we're gonna add last. So let's stir together and I will cover it to cook for about a minute or two, and when we come back we'll add the dried turkey and fish and our soup is ready, or our soup will be ready. All right. And here the turkey and the fish is well baked. They are ready. So what I'm going to do now is to add it in the pot. Just like I told you before, is the last thing that you will add. So I am picking them one after another. Then afterwards we'll stir it together and our soup is ready. This soup, can be used with any swallow of your choice. You can use semolina, you can use fufu, you can use gari as well. You can use any swallow of your choice, right? All right, so I'm stirring it together, and after this stage our soup is ready. Please, if this video is helpful, share the video with your friends and family. Let them know about this channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. And yeah, we've almost come to the end of this recipe. So yeah, at this stage the soup is ready. It is ready, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just to give it a space to cook for about maybe 45 minutes or thereabout, and our soup would be ready. You can enjoy this with any swallow of your choice. Just like I said before, you can use pounded yam, semolina, gari, fufu, but I'm going to be enjoying it with pounded yam. And yeah, here is the final look of the Okazi soup. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe, share this video on social media. Thank you, and I will see you again.